Welcome to Nintendo Models. I'm Jason, your host, and I do models and Nintendo Switches. What's up with that? This is an update of my USB-C port overview. I have done some more information on it, and I have diagnosed some more things. I've pulled the port, and I found the location of every pad. It's in the switch data. You can email me these locations, any of these locations, to get a copy of the switch data. But if I go up here to this, you can see here in the switch data, I have the diode readings, and then I have the, with a breakout board, I have the pins traced out. And then I also have the part here. Okay, so let me zoom in. Here we go. So I come down here to this. This is the all the different pads. You have your ground here, and that connects to ground, of course. And then you have your power is your red here. These are your power pins. So they go to this test point here. You have your data, D plus and D minus. Further study shows that this D plus right here goes to this pad here, and this one goes to this pad here. So I will be updating that with the new colors. So these two pads are connected, and these two pads are connected. Then we have our VCon here, and then I believe this is CC. So that is your USB detect, your power delivery negotiation. And then the rest of these is your different filters. You have your filter right here is your docking image filter from the best of my knowledge and testing. This is your docking filter, and these are your two main dockings. So if you're not having docking, then I've found that it comes down to these two. I have run into other technicians that have had other issues with docking that is not related to this. So there will be updates in the future on more information about it not docking. So that is the location. If you pull a pad or a trace, you can trace it back to where it goes and run a wire and things like that. So if we go back to the overhead camera and I show the board, and it is not working. There we go. Okay, so if we come here and we look at this area of the board, I do not have one currently with diode arrays on there, but this one had diode arrays, and there's one here, just here under this FL1 filter, and then there's also one located here on the back next to the USB port here. Now, this pin here is VCon, this pin is CC. This diode array will manage your power delivery system for your USB negotiation for the 15 volts or 9 volts or whatever you're negotiating with based on your power supply. And then this one here works with your D plus and D minus. D plus and D minus also come up to these locations here on the back of the board, which then in turn go to the CPU. So that would be two of your data pins, but it does go through this filter first. I'm still working on tracing. Does it come to this test point first or what? You see that it shoots through the board here, and then it shoots out right there, and then it shoots over to this network here. It's the top two traces. So these two traces right here, looks like we're feeding back through vias to the CPU. So those two data lines, the D plus and D minus, are tied directly to the CPU. That is that. I do not believe D plus and D minus are associated with docking. I don't have any testing information on what this looks like when it's docked, like standby voltages and what lines are active during dock, because I plan on taking a dock apart and hooking it up to a switch with no screen and stuff and just a battery to see if I can get image out and what lines, what like specifically what of these image filters are activated and what the signal looks like going out. I know that the P13 USB chip controls a lot of the HDMI video. It also does some of the LCD video. So the outputting it through the USB. So like I said, this is just a quick update to my previous video on the USB port. I delved a little deeper into it. I have a whole section in the switch data on the USB port. Like I said, if you need that information, again, you can visit me at these locations. You can also support me on Patreon. The data is also posted there with no need to sign up. Thank you guys so much and have a fantastic day.